Yo, what's good everybody? It's Jake. Welcome back to another Pokemon Go PvP video as usual. And in today's video we're going to be testing out Caleb Peng's 2-grass team. If you guys don't know Caleb Peng and his amazing freaking insane GBL team, the original version, I'll leave a link to his channel and his videos in the description below, so you guys can definitely go check that out. But I'm sure the majority of you watching have seen that. That video is very, very popular and trend-setting. And he recently uploaded his run through some battles. I think it was a few days ago, maybe it was like yesterday, but I wanted to try it out as well. Seeing as how Altaria isn't so much in the meta anymore because of the strong ice types now, like Abomasnow is one of the main threats now, so people aren't running Altaria too much, and that is amazing for this team actually. So without further ado, let's jump into these battles. So for those who aren't aware of Caleb's team, he runs 2 grass, that being the Meganium and the Shiftry, and his lead usually is the Skarmory here. So yeah, let's jump into these battles. So I felt very, very strong with this team. We're going to be playing my stronger set first, and then if you guys want to keep watching after this set, we'll see the set where I do take some L's. So anyways, my opponent here led Abomasnow, which is perfect for us. That means we can keep our Skarmory in the back, and they switch into Drifblim. But I made kind of a slow swap here. I wasn't too sure what to do. I didn't want to stay in for sure because I wouldn't want Abomasnow matched up with these 2 grass types in the back. So we do get our boy in here, Shiftry. We do go with shield down, but we do maintain switch, and we are going to throw a foul play here after being icy winded twice. So had I swapped faster, that matchup would have been a lot more secured. And right here they're going to switch into Swampert once we bring our Skarmory back in, but we have the Meganium. So this is the strength of Caleb's team, is people don't expect the 2 grasses. So yeah, lots of people like to run at least one water type on their team, whether it's Azu or Swampert. I mean, right there you just saw we actually just got nuked by Sludge Wave. I was definitely expecting a bait there, but it is what it is. We survive, and we are able to fast move down that Swampert with Skarm, and then we can pretty much have this game in the bag. They are gonna throw off two ice balls back to back. That's gonna be perfectly fine though. We aren't going to get knocked out by it, but it does do quite a bit. But we are going to end this game off with a Sky Attack here, winning this game pretty well after what could have been a bad switch in there. I haven't really encountered a lot of Drifblim, even though I ran it myself a few videos back. It's very, very strong though as a switch. It is very strong, let me tell you that. Anyways, and jumping in this next game, we are going to lead Skarm into their Umbreon. Now, after I watched Caleb's video, I realized that Brave Bird is the better charge move opposed to Flash Cannon now, since Flash Cannon costs more energy. Brave Bird is a nice nuke, and usually right after you use Brave Bird, you want to swap out so you can clear your attack. Was it attack or defense? I think it's defense debuff actually. Excuse me, I apologize. But here we are going to commit 1 shield against Umbreon, but we're going to go for a sneaky Brave Bird to try to KO this Umbreon. Now in this matchup, you can pretty much do whatever you want, really. You can swap and you won't be in too much threat, too much danger. But right there, we are going to swap into our Shiftry. That's going to give up switch advantage, but as you guys see, it's a Galarian Fisk. And it's Azu in the back as well. So we're pretty much in the clear here. This is pretty much a game as long as we don't make a bad mistake, which would be using both shields. Even though Shiftry is kind of squishy, it can tank these rock slides kind of nicely, I guess. That does about half of its HP, but we're looking pretty strong here. Even though this Fisk does tank a lot, it's gonna be fine. We're not gonna shield this. We want to give our Meganium as much sweeping power as a closer as we can right here. So we're going to farm up to 2 Frenzy Plants so we can have one ready for Azu just in case they have an Ice Beam, which I doubt they do. But yeah, we're going to fire off the Frenzy Plant here to knock out the Stunfisk, and then in comes Azu, and they're gonna forfeit. So let's go. That's a quick win right there. As you guys saw, that lead matchup wasn't so great. We had to expend his shield, but we still come out with a W. I was actually pretty confident that switching in one of the grass would force them out with something else, so that we have the Meganium for the Azu in the back, worst case scenario. So here in this matchup, I decided to do something a little risky. I switch out of my Skarm against that Azu, even though I could Brave Bird it, but I switch into Shiftry. We do end up getting a shielded Leaf Blade, so we're gonna shield back, and then they're gonna switch into their own Shiftry. So in this set, I'm pretty lucky. I didn't encounter too many like Shadow Machamps, or just regular Machamps, or like a Deoxys defense form too much. I'm pretty fortunate, but you know, you gotta take the wins where you can get them, right? So here we're gonna make a nice swap into Skarmy to absorb this Leaf Blade. We want to keep our Shiftry alive just in case it comes down to it in the end. They're gonna bring their Azu back in, but that's fine with me. We are gonna throw the Brave Bird here, and that's gonna do a nice chunk of damage to Azu. Our defense is going to fall severely, but that's okay. We're gonna let this Ice Beam go through, and wow, I was not expecting to kill me from that range, but I guess I think Brave Bird drops your defense by 2, so that kind of makes sense. We're gonna bring in our Meganium to eat this Ice Beam, and then they're gonna bring in their Umbreon. So that's kind of a little bit of a problem here, because Umbreon has a shield still, and they generate energy much faster than I do. So we're gonna do something kind of nice here. We're gonna throw off our Frenzy Plant, and then immediately swap into our Shiftry, which I knew had a Leaf Blade. So we're gonna force them to use their energy here. And we're gonna get them pretty low within Frenzy Plant range. We aren't gonna shield this because we know they have at least 2 foul plays back to back, and they're gonna charge up a lot of energy here, guys. So this is kind of scary. We are gonna shield this foul play, but we have to beat them to another one. That was nearly a CMP tie. I think they may have overtapped, but regardless, we feint the Umbreon, and then the Azu is in the back, and it doesn't have energy, and they're gonna forfeit because they know this game is over. So GG so far. Yo, shout out to Caleb if you're watching, my guy. This team still does so much work, and we're in season 3, even in a meta where Abomasnow is pretty popular now. So that was a really bad lead there, as you guys saw. It was Lantern versus Skarm. We did swap in Shiftry, and we decided to not throw Leaf Blade early, even though we could have maybe made them use their shields. We kept our energy in case of a swap in like this Umbreon, and now we're just going to work with Leaf Blades here. We're gonna force a shield out of them finally, and you know what, that's okay. We didn't use our Leaf Blade on Lantern, because with this grass lineup we still have another counter for Lantern in the back. It's gonna be our Meganium. So that's kind of the key to this team is whenever you have a bad lead with Skarm, you want to switch to one of the grass types, because chances are they're gonna have another water in the back, because you guys know Azu is just so strong in this meta, and there's a lot of Pokemon that can counter it. So having those 2 safety options are very nice. And the good thing is that Shiftry and Skarm can both beat Altaria, like depending on shields, and if you have a lead energy, and they're gonna swap out into their Lantern, and they just realize here they're done for. There's no need to block this T-Bolt here. We are gonna overfarm a ton of energy. I honestly expected them to not shield this, but they do. They're trying to fight back, but it's just it's too much to handle for them. So we are gonna actually shield this one, and then we're gonna farm up to 2 Frenzy Plants so we can ensure the win, just in case they were close to foul play. And there goes Lantern, and there goes Shiftry. So very strong games here, in my opinion. You guys have seen what, like two bad leads now, or 2 leads where I either lose outright or have to go down a shield to win. You guys have seen 2 pretty nice comebacks, and here's another Azu. And so what we're gonna do is swap into Shiftry again, and in comes a Venusaur. Haven't seen a Venusaur in GBL in a very long time, but this is a positive matchup. If you guys watched Caleb's recent video on his team, on his play, he also encountered somebody who went in with a grass type against a Shiftry, and people just don't know their matchups too well, because Venusaur will not win this. We are going to land 2 baits here. Actually, they're going to double block. They really want to keep switch advantage, but this is perfect for us because we are going to block as well. They're going to throw the Sludge Bomb, which is even better, means we can farm down completely, and then they're going to swap into their Fisk, their Galarian Fisk, to be precise. And what we're going to do is we're going to expend our energy here, and then we're going to get it very low so we can come in with Meganium. Oh wait, never mind, excuse me. We're going to stay in. We're not going to switch. Oh wait, no, we are going to switch actually. We survived the Rock Slide and we're going to switch. Then we're just going to completely quick move this Fisk down so we can have a ton of loaded energy. Whatever comes in, and then they're gonna bring in Venusaur. We're gonna farm that down, and it's game over. They quit. Caleb, you genius. So yeah, we actually go 5-0 in that set, guys. 5-0. So definitely use this team again if you guys haven't used it in a while. It still works in this meta, and that gets us a ton of points, up to 23.5. And yeah, we're gonna. The video is not over that yet though, guys. I wanted to show you that 5-0 set first, but now we're gonna jump in our set where we did take an L. This was actually the set earlier, but considering I went, actually I don't want to spoil it for you guys here. I wanted to try the team out again in 2 sets, even though the video would be longer. Oh, excuse me, guys, that's a mistake. The play speed wasn't up there. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we're back, and this is going to be, you guys know what it's going to be. It's going to be the Razor Leaf Shadow team with Bastiodon, and this time they're going to run Victory Bell and Grottle. This team is so stupid. I just can't, bro. This team is so like toxic, it's ridiculous. But Caleb's team can do work against this for sure. As long as you win the switch advantage, you're gonna be pretty good to go here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna farm down to get us as low as possible so they can't farm us, and we're gonna force both shields out from that Grottle, which is amazing because now we can just farm down with Skarm. We don't have to worry about any charge moves. All this is gonna be a body slam. Excuse me, I was just talking so fast. And we know it's going to come in after this Basti. It's going to be a Shadow Victory Bell. But since the Shadows has a lot less bulk, a Foul Play will be able to do the majority of the health to that Victory Bell. And in comes Bastiodon once again. But Shiftry is so strong against Bastiodon. With the shield up, we're pretty much all clear here. We are getting very low, but we can outspeed this Bastiodon to literally everything. And now you guys are seeing why this team is so strong. Even against a terrible lead like that, we are able to come out with a W here. Something a little spooky happened here. They did get off 1 more charge move, but I know a Flamethrower won't even come close to killing us. So yeah, we're gonna win this game, and we're just gonna let that Sky Attack go through, and we take a W on that very weird, strange team that somehow works for people. So yeah, basically the key to Caleb's team is to getting some sort of advantage with Shiftry. That's pretty much the main point to take away. Is that Shiftry is a great swap in, even though it takes a lot of damage from a lot of things. The speed it gets its charge moves at is just ridiculous. Snarl is one of the best quick moves in the game for charging energy, and this is one of the only matchups you don't want to switch out of if you're going to be the Skarm. But yeah, you always want to switch out if you are in a bad matchup. I mean, hell, it's even safe to switch out if you're against an Azu, because a lot of times Skarmory won't win that Azu matchup. So it is pretty safe to switch into one of the grass. Now this could be troublesome because Shiftry will not like this counter from Deoxys. But we know we're in the clear because I doubt they have another flyer in the back. That team would be very unbalanced if they did have a Skarmory, for example. But even so, Shiftry can actually somewhat handle Skarmory as well. It's ridiculous how strong it is. But yeah, we're just gonna go for Frenzy Plants here. And I soon realized that they probably have an Azu in the back because they are shielding their Deoxys. Azu, Altaria, and Deoxys is a very, very common team in GBL. But Abomasnow, with its new and improved ice moves, will pretty much wipe that team. But yeah, we're gonna go with Shiftry now and farm from this Deoxys. We're not worried about the counters. I'm very, very confident it's Azu in the back, and well, would you look who it is? It's an Azumarill. And this game is a wrap. This game is a wrap. Oh, if you guys haven't realized yet, I just got a haircut, so yeah. Tell me in the comments below what you think. Also, since I'm talking about the YouTube now, if you guys are enjoying this video, and if you use this team and you win, please make sure to smash that like and hit that subscribe. It really helps me out. And subbing is like the most important thing you could possibly do for me. It helps my channel grow. It makes me more happy to make videos. Gives me a lot of drive to make more videos and more content for you guys. So yeah, I'm currently trying to get back into the groove of things. I've been uploading daily, and yeah, let's jump into this commentary. So as you guys saw there, it was a Skarmory versus a Registeel lead. That's a terrible lead. So I'm not too sure if Caleb chooses to go into Shiftry against it. Probably not. I think Meganium is definitely the way to go there, considering you have that Earthquake threat. But yeah, since they swapped out so late when I swapped in my Meganium, I am able to get this Skarmory onto this Drifblim. And what I actually want to do here is I want them to get me low. Grabbing that shield right there was huge because we got it low enough. Or excuse me, we are now even shields, and we also got it low enough to where we can farm down with our Shiftry. Or excuse me, we're not going to do that quite yet. We're going to actually swap in our Meganium to tank this Icy Wind, and then swap in Shiftry, and they actually get another charge move off, so that's bad. We're not going to block, actually. They're going to bring in the Registeel, but we know they just used their energy, so we're going to farm up a little bit and then throw this Leaf Blade. They're going to shield. And thankfully for us, guys, we actually keep the shield for that Flash Cannon. That was a huge call on us. And then they're going to bring in Drifblim, but we're going to farm the Registeel and the Drifblim down, and it's going to be a Rainy Cast form in the back, guys. Oh, that feels so good. Shiftry, not quite sweeping the entire team, but farming down basically the whole team, and then throwing the back-to-back Leaf Blades onto that Rainy Cast form felt really good. But yeah, I think ultimately not shielding the Icy Wind was the best call I made. Okay, so in this game, Haunter lead. Now this lead I should have swapped out of. I should have swapped immediately into my Shiftry. But we're going to stay in. We want to grab a shield here so we can be on even shields. I like even shields. One shield precisely when I swap into my Shiftry. So that's what we're going to do now. And in comes Beedrill. Now this is bad. This is a bad matchup. A lot of Beedrills nowadays run Drill Run and what's the other move? Drill Run and Sludge Bomb, but this one's actually running X-Scissor, so I figured that here, and we're just gonna let it go. And we're gonna come with Skarm to farm down. Obviously, you guys won't want to come in with Meganium here. It's Beedrill is like triple resisting everything, and okay, this is gonna be troublesome. The Galarian Fisk is probably the worst case scenario we could have. So what we're gonna do is switch into our Meganium. We keep a lot of energy on Skarm just in case for the late game. We need to keep a shield here because I know that Haunter's going to come back in eventually. We want to keep it in case of a Shadow Ball threat. So we are going to use our energy on the Stunfisk. Then they're going to switch into their Haunter. And fortunately for us here, I should have thrown my Frenzy Plant right there, guys. We end up having a false CMP tie, which forces me to use my energy. And in comes the Stunfisk. We are going to get the Frenzy Plant off. That's a big Frenzy Plant. And then we're going to swap into our Skarmory to tank the Rock Slide. And we have our Brave Bird ready to go. We are going to actually misclick and go with Sky Attack. That could have been bad. But it's going to kill it anyways. And that's going to be a GG. So that matchup was kind of scary in my opinion. Because my timing was off. And a lot of other things went wrong. Okay, so here's another bad lead matchup that we're going to switch into Meganium for. And surprisingly, they're not swapping. Probably because they can tank these Frenzy Plants quite well. But they are going to eventually swap into a mirror match. So we have Meganium versus Meganium. Now, you want to win switch advantage with this team. It's very important that you don't get that Skarmory matchup with the bad lead. So you either want a win switch or draw a shield out of them so that you have a shield advantage. So we somehow beat them to the third Frenzy Plant, and they're gonna let it go. So that's big. And then they're gonna come in with Fisk and farm us down. Excuse me, my throat is very itchy from talking so much. And I kind of like this. We aren't going to block these Rock Slides. We want to preserve our shields in case they want to make a weird swap later in the game. And okay, we're going to shield here now and go for the Leaf Blades. We need to pressure out some shields now because we don't want the Skarmory matched up with this Fisk. God, that's so annoying though. It's so spammy with Rock Slide. I don't have one made, but I need to make one eventually. They're going to beat us CMP here. So we are going to shield, and I think we farm up. No, we don't farm up. We're going to throw a Leaf Blade and hope to God they shield. They do shield. And right here was a mistake. I tried to swap out into Skarmory, but I was just about a turn or two off. And now they swap into their Azu. So this is going to... I mean, I don't think we were going to win this match anyways, because they could overfarm us. And I also made a mistake here. I wanted to go Brave Bird, but I didn't want to... I wanted to throw it after we got Hydro Pumped. But I had this weird thing in my head where I felt like... I don't know what I was doing here. I wanted to do something really sneaky. I wanted to throw the Brave Bird after the Hydro Pump so that the Hydro Pump wouldn't KO me, right? And then I wanted to farm up 2 Sky Attacks, throw one on the Azu, and then throw one on the Fisk. But I just didn't have enough health or time to do that. So, unfortunately, we do lose that one. That was a tough one, though. Now that I think about it, I think the swap into the Shift Tree would have been a better choice, considering their entire lineup was pretty weak to it. Oh, okay, and that's actually the end of the battles, guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this lineup, this Caleb Peng team video. I give all credit to him for making this lineup originally, obviously, and again, I'll leave his channel and his playlists to these battles in the description below, so you can go check them out. And yeah, that's basically the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to smash that subscribe. Very, very important. Hit that bell to be notified when I upload a video. And also leave a like and comment down below what you thought. And yeah, tell me what other teams you'd like to possibly see from me in the future. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Have an amazing day. Have some awesome battles, hopefully. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.